Welcome to Aqua Goddess Tarot. I'm Jet. Sometimes I go by Jessica. And we are going to do a reading for you. So whatever comes up, comes up. There will be an extended read where we'll get some clarity from that. And you can gain access to that through Patreon, which is in the description box. But let's go ahead and just get started here. So number one, welcome. Thank you. If you really resonate with this, please subscribe. Please like, please comment. I appreciate all of those things. So let's see what Spirit has for you today. Source energy, thank you. Universe, is there something that is coming up? Okay. So we have ring and we have corn. So let me do just a little blessing over the cards. Universe, source energy, thank you for the opportunity to read, giving and taking and receiving and doing all things that are for the highest vibrational good in equal balance. Please bring forth a message for them so that they can better align their life or push forward faster, quicker, and more thoroughly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. You know, it's really interesting because some people don't really think about taking, you know. I think it's easy when we see people who take too much, you know, and don't give back. But then I often see people who are over givers and they don't ever, you know how to receive. And so I think taking is almost a reception. So if there's a message today, feel free to take it. So we have clouds. We have snake, clover, house, tower. So what's coming up already is there's a sense of higher self in a desire for fearlessness. But then there's also this sensation of hard work and luck. So I would actually align these two together. And the tower is a powerful card because it can mean the falling down, you know, it can mean the hierarchy, it can mean a lot of things. But I'm getting this sense of fearlessness and hard work and luck. And kind of a ring of whether that be marriage or kind of like a commitment. And then you have the tower card. So let's go in and see what else is coming up. Okay. Thank you, universe. Anything? We have I am hopeful, which I feel like really aligns with over here, a higher self. Okay. I'm hopeful. What else you got going on? You're hopeful. What else? Thank you. I am connected. That's appropriate there. I am abundant, which I feel like goes right here. So let me see if there's anything else that's coming up. I kind of felt backwards for a second, like something is flowing backwards. Like, what was that? It was very strange. Okay. Got it. Thank you. And authentic. Let me see. I'm going to put that right here. Love that. Authentic. Authenticity. So what's coming up for you right now has a lot to do with passion, has a lot to do with kind of like a hobby, career, business, something like that that is coming up, and it's making you think about some things internally. I just feel like it's more of like a new stage in life. You know, sometimes that can be business, which makes sense. Sometimes that can be hobby, that can be career, but sometimes that can be just moving forward in your life, like making the decision to have children, making the decision to get married, making the decision to move somewhere else for a partner, for yourself, whatever that is. It's just, I'm getting this sense of a new stage in life for you. And the Tower card is not coming, the Tower is not coming off to me as a doomy and gloomy as I typically feel. It represents kind of right now a sense of structure, but a sense of a building authority, a building might. Like, think about trees, you know. Trees live hundreds, you know, if not thousands of years, and it's us who really comes in and knocks the tree down, or, you know, wildfire or elements or something like that. But typically a tree lasts for a very, very, very long time. So I'm getting this sense that you want to build a strong foundation. And I'm also getting the sense of needing to be more than what was given to you. I am ready to be more than what was given to you. So whatever that was, whatever your foundations were, you know, you are kind of taking lemons and making lemonade type thing. Let me see. Anything else? I am good enough. So all of this sense of understanding that you have these big dreams, but the limitation is this internal battle. You know, when you think of things historically, about so many things that were kind of pushed against various people externally, we often don't think about their mental health. And I think now we have an opportunity to really dive in more to mental health, to dive in more to really acknowledge and see what's going on, you know, there with what we can uncover, and how much so we can limit ourselves based on our, you know, systemic understanding, based on of the things that have put us in our place in the way that it has been. Regardless of what that is, it's saying that within you there's enough strength that is greater and bigger than all of this, but you got to deal with this mental and emotional health. And sometimes it's like having a map, you know, or not having a map and trying to go the course without a map. You know, that's, you know, I feel like that's life. Life is, thank you, 9th house, higher self. I know life is very much so like you're a child, and then you go through life and you be traumatized, or, you know, you just go through things and you're like, ugh. And then you get this roadmap when you get into at least your 20s, you know, late teens and 20s. And then you spend the rest of your life trying to unravel that roadmap, because there's certain things or conclusions that you came to that really actually wasn't helpful for you, to be honest. You know, someone hurt you to your soul, and you then feel like, well, you know, I'm never going to let someone in that deep. But then you never have the deep, fulfilling love that you're looking for. You try something and it doesn't work out, and you're like, no, I'm never going to put that much effort into something again. Okay, well, then you won't have the fulfillment that you're looking for. So it's like the things that we create to protect us then become the things that, like, limit us. So we pulled the 9th house. 9th house is traditionally, we have both Jupiter and Sagittarius. Jupiter is the traditional ruler of Sagittarius. Technically, it's the traditional ruler of Pisces as well, but the modern ruler of Pisces is Neptune. So when we think of the 9th house, we think of very Sagittarian things, but it's very much the wisdom, higher self, the philosophical, the journey of it all. And so this is talking about looking at things from the macro view. I don't know what it is. It is almost playing out to me like a life. Like, you know, you see the life of something from beginning to end, and it just plays out. And looking at it, and it's generational as well too. Like, what you feel, what you might be battling internally might be a generational thing that you've had to deal with, generationally, energetically, generationally, culturally, generationally, ethnically, whatever that is. It's something that has been within you for quite a while, quite a long time. So the origins may not necessarily stem with you, but here it is, you have been called to do something with this. Thank you. And we have Aries, and Aries is really that energy of initiation, the energy of fight, the energy of flight, the energy of wanting more, wanting to be at the beginning of a new journey. So almost like closing a chapter of an old way of being, of old life, of just all these really, really old things that have been, there, have been available in life. Let me see what else is coming up. Okay. So just breathe through here. I just really want to connect with what you're feeling. Thank you. And we have Leo energy. And Leo is coming up twice because we have Leo here, which is I am authentic. And we have a Leo here. So if we have this dual message, there's this sense of being a leader. There's this sense of walking into your power. There's this sense of higher understanding. There's this sense of graciousness and abundance and just being you. Don't you look like Portia? just being you and just being yourself and just glowing as lightly and as brightly as you possibly can. And that is that Leo energy. And the Leo is the sun. And as you know, the sun is the center of our solar system. So it's very, very, very important to us, and it shines the brightest. And, there's something to be said with that. And Leo, sometimes Leo gives me Jupiter energy, even though it's not necessarily the case. But yeah, it's bringing that. Let's see what else is coming up. Thank you. First quarter, making decisions, obstacles, taking actions, and momentum. So I'm feeling like there's a short of momentum here. I'm feeling like that you kind of just feel like stagnant. I don't know if it's necessarily obstacles. It can be. But I'm just feeling like a sense of stagnation, a sense of not having the momentum. You know, when you get in the swing of things, and it just really, really, really starts to flow. It's like flow, flow, flow. And you don't have that right now. And I think the reason why you don't have that right now is because you need to focus on this transformation that's happening to you right now. So while you really want to put things in stone, you really want to set things in stone, I think the reality is you got to just let it happen to really have what you want, which is, this higher knowledge, higher wealth, higher wisdom, all of these things. It takes fearlessness. It takes conquering those moments of feeling like, I don't know what to do. I have these obstacles. I don't have enough momentum. I don't feel like doing it. I don't know where I'm going, Thank you. Taurus. And Taurus this is the second time Taurus is coming up. So let's go ahead and pay attention to the cards that are really popping out. And what I'm getting here is it's saying make a commitment. It's saying you have to be so sure about what you're doing that you are committed to the outcome. And being committed to an outcome is a lot of things. It's like a marriage, or that's where that ring comes in. It is a marriage of making the decision that from sickness and in health, good and bad. There are times in your journey where it's going to be easier. There's times where it's going to be more tough, and it's just going to be different. And it can't always be like lilies and butterflies. It can't always be super happy, super, just everything is in flow. Sometimes, the universe doesn't send that energy, but you have to regulate that energy within yourself. And so if you've been feeling kind of all over the place, discombobulated, the message that is being sent is that you are good enough. You can have any of these things, but it requires discipline. And that's really what's coming up here. The higher self is saying, what do you know about this situation? What do you know about this scenario? Not what you feel, not what you think, but what do you know to be true? What do you know to be true here? And whatever it is that you know, to be true here, really connect in with it very deeply and look at it. You might feel like, you know what? I think realistically, if I stay consistent, it'll take me a year, it'll take me 2 years, instead of feeling like, I don't know if this is going to work out, I need this to happen in a month. That is not going to give you what you need from this. It's just not. It's not going to give you kind of the path that you're looking for, the illumination that you're looking for. You need a little bit more time. You need a little bit more patience. And it's giving me very third house vibes. Third house, traditional of Gemini, which we actually have here. It's all about your daily routine. And it can be so easy for a person's routine to become boring, or it's just hard to see. Because think about it like this. The third house is opposite the ninth house. Gemini is opposite Sagittarius. So if Sagittarius is what I know, Gemini would be what I think. If Sagittarius is travel, long distance, and adventure, Gemini, or the third house, would be routine, just things that you're doing, the things you have to do in your everyday life to actually build the life you want. And so I feel like there's not enough of a balance in that third house opposition, which we were just talking about, of Gemini and Sagittarius, the ninth house and the third house. So feeling this duality is a better way to put it. So you might be having multiple things that are pulling at you, and you just might have always felt like, oh, I gotta choose one. I have to limit myself to one. And I don't even think the universe is telling you that. I think there's a lot of need to have emotional care, mental health care, mental love. And mental health care doesn't always necessarily mean a mental health crisis. It simply means just being able to care for yourself. I am ready. Look at yourself. I am ready. I am enough. All of these things are enough. So getting to your soul level and recognize all of these things, because you have all of these things that are out and about and there and making its move. We have 182, which is the angle. It's technically a line, but the angle between two planets, which explains their relationship. So you could also check your natal chart to see if you have any planets that are opposite of each other. And I think it might give some perspective of what you're feeling, what you're going through, what's coming up here. Thank you. And then we have Venus, which has to do with your love and passion, and Virgo, which actually has to do with practicality, discipline. So we have quite a few planets that are coming up that are sharing this message of like love and abundance. It's really like, what is your passion? Because I'm getting this feeling that you know what you want. I'm pretty sure you know how to do it, but there's this internal battle that you're facing within yourself of how can I do this? How can I do this? And they're sending little messages, like Virgo is whispering, okay, be practical, be consistent, be useful. Venus is saying, love what you do, like the things that you do something that you are passionate about. And Venus rules Taurus and Libra. So Libra is more of the aesthetics, things looking very beautiful, something that is pleasant visually for you. And Taurus is more about the sensuality, but more of like the senses, the touching, the feeling, the tasting, having that experience. So like it makes me think of like a culinary pastry chef, who that would be Venus, something that looks very beautiful, but then it evokes the senses as well. And so I don't know if food is important for you, or if it's just sending the message to truly love, what is in front of you, to love what you're doing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. See, and wax and gibbous, talking about alignment, refinement, nurture, patience, evolution. So allowing that, to be, allowing, completing the work that you have harvested, completing the things that need to happen for you, getting to a sense of completion. So if you're one of those people who are like a rolling stone and you jump here and you jump there, this is sending a message to stay consistent with what is important to you. Stay consistent with the journey that you have began and that you have started out on, because that is what's going to lead you to what it is that you want. If you say you want this as badly as you do, you will figure it out. You will stay consistent. You will get to the other side, and you have to face your fears. You have to face those demons. You have to face those scary things. What is it, Amphorius, where it's like creatures that take no shape. It's just simply fear because of fear. It is time to face them. It is time to stand in front of them. If you feel anxious, to sit in the feelings, to sit in the understanding that nothing is bigger than what you can do. There's all of this energy that's saying you can have exactly what you want, but it's all pointing to face your fears. Face your fears and you will get to the other side of whatever is happening for you here, whatever is popping up for you here. And I'm curious on what the other side of this is going to be for you. So in the extended read, we're going to explore the other side, what specific plan you can take. Is there a timeline behind these things? But this is sending a very, very deep message to you that what you want is possible. You just have to commit to it. So let's actually expand on that some more in the extended read. And yeah, well, see you then.